up, DramaAlert Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. Today on DramaAlert, we have a angry mother whose child had a very inappropriate interaction with a known YouTuber known as LionMaker, a Minecraft YouTuber that's 27 years old. Susie, can I call you Susie?
Yeah, you can call me Susie because that's my name.
Could you tell us the story of how your daughter ended up talking to LionMaker and what happened?
How she ended up talking to him? That's a difficult one. She was given an iPad from her school because she reached that age where they're given them.
Right.
And she got into the YouTube thing and
started watching a lot of content creators and streams and stuff.
Exactly. And there were many. But LionMaker was one that was kind of particularly prevalent, can you say?
Yeah.
And I kept an eye.
You wanted to see what these interactions were all about.
I monitored it. I'm an old-fashioned mother. I monitored it. And then on the 12th of June, the last school day, we were going to celebrate the end of the last school day with a big meal and, well, we were making dinner and he moved from Twitter and asked her if he could make contact with her on Skype.
Now, how old is your daughter, Susie?
She's 13 years old.
She's 13. So 27-year-old Minecraft YouTuber that she's a fan of asks your daughter to move the conversation to Skype. What happens next?
Well, she comes down to me, or fangirling, can you say? That's a new phrase to me, but I understand what it means.
Right.
Lion, he wants to Skype with me. And I say, and she says, can I? I say, yeah, of course. But you let me in there first.
Naturally. So what happens when you get on Skype and you're talking to him?
Well, they make the connection on Skype, which now you have to understand. I'm like not familiar with this kind of stuff.
Right.
So she made a connection with Skype, and I jump in and say, right, I want to make sure you're you before you speak to my daughter. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'm me. Yeah, rest assured.
And then what happens next? Does the conversation stay on Skype or does it move to Twitter?
Well, it kind of does both.
Okay.
Because I say, okay, so like, I'm Mum. Prove to me that you are who you are. And there's a little bit of interaction there. And I think he felt threatened, but I don't know. I can't say how he felt, but in my mind, he felt threatened. So he jumped back to whatever the other one's called, Twitter.
Yeah.
Thanks. And then he asked her to send nudes.
What is your reaction at that? I mean, it's a 27-year-old man asking your 13-year-old daughter for nudes.
Well, at this point in time, I didn't know he was 27 or 26 or whatever age he's supposed to be. It was just, this was a person that I had no idea who was asking my 13-year-old daughter for nudes. And that was for fans go inappropriate.
Absolutely. So did you initially think that he was much younger?
No, I didn't think he was younger. I already had researched who she was having contact with. I knew he was 25, 27 years old, something like that. And I was horrified.
I think most parents would be. So what happened after? I mean, obviously you had to have let him know like this was inappropriate, right? What happened next?
Well, next it was kind of we believed it wasn't him and he was hacked, but then the proof came forward that he wasn't hacked.
So you got proof that he wasn't hacked. Now, did you actually contact the police about this? Or
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you filed a police report, and the police got your side of the story with all this as well.
Well, this goes in two angles. I contacted the Belgian police because he's in Belgium.
Okay.
And he was claiming to have been locked up in a jail cell. And the police told me he wasn't there.
So he was using that kind of like a cover, saying, I couldn't have sent the tweet, I was in jail. But then you contacted that precincts or whatever it's called, and they said he just wasn't there.
Well, it was a little more than he wasn't there. It was like the precinct, can you call it?
Yeah.
Was shut. So he would have to have been in a more major precinct. I don't know how you word it in American,
Right.
but he would have to have been in some more...
A different jail.
Yeah.
Right. So,
And he still wasn't there.
I mean, I've been finding a lot of perverts, pedos, whatever you want to call it, in this Minecraft community. I think if you were never the caring and, in your face type of parent that you were, you might have never even discovered this.
This was a total shock to me. This was justification for why I have to be on the ball with who my kids are in contact with and what is going on in this pretend world.
Are you worried for other children too? I mean, this guy has over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube.
If you think like this, he's got over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you even take half of them to be children, even half of them, so that's 250,000, and it's going up as the days go on, to be children, then holy smoke.
Yeah.
That is that many children vulnerable.
Now, before he asked your daughter for nudes, did he know how old your daughter was?
Absolutely. February 24th, I had an interaction with him on Facebook, and I said to him that, I'm very grateful that she has somebody that she can feel she can open up to.
Right.
But you must bear in mind she is only a 13-year-old child, and you must watch what you say to her.
That's just absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, you as a parent, it seems like you did everything right. You talk to him, you let him know that this is your daughter's a young child, she's 13, and still he would go and do that. It's absolutely shocking how brave these people are. I don't know if it's a sense of celebrity that they feel that they're like untouchable or what, but a lot of this stuff coming out of this Minecraft community, these guys feel like untouchable because they have this, fan base behind them. It blows my mind that the parent, talked to him and he still would do something so pervert-ish.
Right. There's two throngs to that. The first one is that maybe I'm a little bit guilty because I made a fan. What do you call it? Fan art or what have you?
Fan art?
I made a lion out of, what do you call those damn elastic band things?
Silly bands?
Yeah, whatever. I made a lion out of these things and I allowed Chantel to send it to him with a fan letter.
Right.
Because at this point in time, this was before anything like this happened. I let her send it. I made the damn thing, So
you feel guilty too? It's. If I were you, I wouldn't feel guilty. It's not your fault. You seem like a good parent that cared, about who your daughter was interacting with, and still this happened. What would you say to all the parents that aren't keeping a watchful eye on their children?
I would say that they ought to be doing that because I am doing that and still.
Yeah.
And still. Absolutely. And still. The whole thing is disgusting. You're putting me on the spot. You're interviewing me. And the only thing I can say is it is disgusting. LionMaker is a paedophile. He asked my daughter for naked pictures. I don't give a tinker's cuss, a shit, a however you want to use it in modern language. He asked my daughter for naked pictures. Well, for fuck's sake, he ain't getting them from my daughter.
Do you think he should be locked up?
But thank God it was my daughter he asked, because if he had asked somebody else's daughter, she might well have given them.
That's the scary thing. That is the scary thing.
Thank the Lord it was my daughter. Yes, of course, she's hurt her, how do you say that? She held him in high esteem.
Right.
That's been completely broken. But thank the God it was my daughter, because she knew she had to come to me first. Because I'm such an awkward mother that watches everything she does.
Well, I think more parents need to be more like you. I mean, there's so many kids online that are just not being watched. Their online activity is very unknown to their parents. And it's a good thing that you were here to catch it. And it's a good thing that you're here on DramaAlert telling this story so we can let more people aware of this guy, LionMaker. He shouldn't be on YouTube. And thank you so much for being brave and sharing your story with us. Guys, if you enjoyed DramaAlert, make sure you put a like on it. DramaAlert Nation now over 535,000 subscribers.